everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Frederica from the Zero Waste family. This is James, and we have a little guest with us today.
Hi, I'm Liam, and I'm a zero waste kid.
Today, we're going to talk about raising zero waste children, and we're going to give our tips on how we do this. But first, where are we?
We're at our new place. We've moved in, but we're still in boxes. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit on the tour, but we're gonna show you all around when we get settled.
So actually, we went zero waste in 2015 when James removed the trash can. But we have been on the journey for a very long time, ever since Bella was born in 2006. So Liam here, do you remember anything before we went zero waste?
No, I was only 2.
Yes. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. So do you know that there are people who have trash cans at home?
Well, now I do.
Now you do. But actually, for the longest time, Liam and Noah were the ones who didn't remember very much from it. Bella was 9, so she remembers more. But Liam, even here, can I tell this is a little bit funny now? Yeah. He came home with a paper towel from school that had a pattern on it, convinced this was a trash mat because he had never seen a disposable paper towel before.
And do you remember what happened? Your sister went and hid a treasure secretly in the garden, and took you on a big treasure hunt.
I remember that. That was so fun.
That was so sweet, though. To raise zero waste, or even eco-conscious or low waste, or whatever you are going for. First of all, you can't do it overnight, and you can't force your kids to go overnight because it's not doable. It took us a very long time to get where we are today. So one step at a time. But doing it as a family is really fun, and let the kids be involved in how can we do this, and they come up with suggestions, because you'll be surprised what the kids know and how involved they can really get. So first of all, for our motto, our family, it is that we use what we have, we borrow or buy secondhand, and in last resort, we will buy something brand new, but it will be sustainable and high quality. So for example, actually, the kids' backpacks for school that they also use for travel, and James had the same one. It's actually a Swedish brand. Fjällräven, Konken. And it is a sustainable brand. It's a lifetime warranty, and it's such a high quality that you can actually buy them used because they last for so long. So everyone in the family have their own little color, which is just really cool. But other than that, we buy mostly secondhand things. And I think that I wish that we would normalize the secondhand shopping even for kids. I think that some people, especially parents, feel bad if they buy secondhand. What do you think?
And I would say that kids really don't care. They really don't care. They just enjoy getting something sometimes, right?
Yeah, because Liam and his brother, 2 years ago, they wanted rollerblades. Mm-hmm. And we actually bought them used, good quality. So I think that the first thing is that if you as a parent don't care, your kids won't care. And Bella, she is a very amazing second-hand fashionista. Like pretty much all her clothes are bought used, and her shoes. So whatever we do, they would do. We like to repair socks and whatever. Actually, teaching the kids mending socks was the smartest things that I did during the pandemic.
And I've become the expert at ironing patches on holes in pants.
So Liam has this giant sloth.
Oh yeah, that one. A
couple of years ago, the poor sloth lost his eye, and then his leg came off.
Oh, and then his nose.
Yes, we actually performed surgery on Slothy. Slothy broke again, his leg or arm, I can't remember. And guess
it was both.
Oh, well, and guess who brought out the needle and thread and fixed him up? Because just throwing away things because it's broken, it's so wasteful. And what are we teaching our kids?
Yeah, we've become such a disposable society that if something just it just isn't working or is a little bit broken, we just tend to toss it away. We really need to role model that we need to value our things and keep them, take care of them, and mend them.
Yeah. I also could say that to raise eco-friendly and eco-minded kids, spend lots of time in nature. In our garden, because we grow vegetables and food, our kids actually learn about biology, nutrition, science from the compost, but also going out in nature, just going on hikes, going to the beach or something. And the most actually amazing experience I had was actually with Liam's older brother, Noah, because him and me will go down and clean the beaches after storms because lots of plastic will float up. And one of the times, and this is a couple of years ago, Noah was very upset when we left the beach because we had to leave a lot of plastic. There was more plastic we can clean up. And he actually said the most important line that I will hold with me for the rest of my life. It is, said, "Mommy, do something." Spend time in nature, but also maybe consider volunteering with your kids, cleaning beaches. We do produce good.
Basically collect up food that the farmers didn't get to sell at the farmers market and really aren't going to last long enough for them to sell another day. And so we collect all that food from the farmers and take it to the food pantries in our local community so that it can feed people that day or the next day, which is really great. The other thing I would say is that, when the kids were young, we would go out in nature all the time.
Yeah.
And you get into different phases. Now our kids have a lot of activities and they're pretty busy. We don't get to go out on the nature hikes as often, but we really prioritize, at least on the weekends, that we're going to get the whole family out together. And so wherever you're at in your phase of life, just keep the kids connected with nature.
Yeah, so let's just go into the nitty-gritty, actually the tips on how to reduce waste. Let's start with baby. When Bella was born, all her furniture, her crib, her changing table, pretty much everything except her car seat and her stroller was used. Friends who had had kids before us gave us all these things, but you can also rent baby gear and clothes, because the one thing about babies is that they grow really fast. Cloth diapers, very controversial thing. You will hear a lot of things. We did not cloth diaper with Bella because people talk us out of it. I wish we would have done it, but we got like, oh my God, you change diaper 20 times a day. Now I realize that was definitely not true. And the people talk about that, oh, I can't use cloth diapers because there's a drought. Well, okay, make it very clear that disposable diapers use more water to make, and they use chlorine and chemicals and things really, really bad for the planet. It requires fossil fuel to make them, and these chemicals, they're in them, also goes into your baby's body. So, cloth diapers, I'm gonna tell you, at one point we had 2 kids in cloth diapers, both boys, big poopers too, may I add. It's not that bad. I actually went to a place that sold cloth diapers. I said, can you please teach me about it? They taught me. This is really easy. James, when I said we're going to do cloth diapers, said maybe when they're awake and home.
But really, I tell you, I totally turned around on cloth diapers. Number one, they're far easier to use. Number two, they're not as messy as I thought because you put disposable liners in them and flush that part down the toilet, just like an adult would. And you basically have, an extra tub of laundry or 2 every week. And so the bottom line is you're doing laundry all the time with kids, and so it wasn't nearly as much work as I thought.
And it's not smelly or anything bad like that, and it saves a buckload of money. And not only just waste, but so much money, because after you're done with the cloth diapers, they have a second-hand value. Then we come to baby food. Yes, it's easy to buy those pouches. They're in plastic that they suck their own little food. Those are really, really bad. But if you are doing those, buy either baby food in glass jars or make your own. Again, saves a lot of money, and you know what's in it, which is the most important. So let's talk about toys. You want to avoid plastic toys. Why? Because again, the chemicals and the kids, they put them in the mouth. You don't want to do that. So what are the options?
It has a big impact on the planet, just making the plastic, right? From extraction of the oil to production to delivery. So, there are lots of alternatives to find natural toys out there, wood, cloth, and different materials. So really tune into and maybe look at what sort of stores you're going to. And if you're in a phase where your kids are really into something that only has a plastic option, our kids went through a Lego phase, you can actually buy Legos used as well. So that actually reduces the impact on the planet if you are buying plastic toys.
Let's talk about, this is Leon's favorite, arts and craft. It is a sad fact that commercial kids' arts and crafts supplies are not monitored. They can put in whatever they want, and then generally there's lots and lots of chemicals, harmful chemicals.
And I think most parents just assume that this has got to be regulated. The FDA or somebody has to be regulating kids' arts and crafts, but there isn't any organization in the government that reviews it. So companies are pretty much on their own to do just about whatever they want.
If you want to look for water-based and you want to look for they're colored with natural tints, you don't want to have any alcohol or anything like that in it. I mean, really read it. I always say that if you can't pronounce it, if you don't know what it is, don't buy it. It goes for food and it goes for arts and crafts supplies for your kids, because again, they put it in their mouth, so and it goes on their skin. But here are some of our favorite brands. The first one is actually Natural Earth Paint, and they actually sponsored an event that we did last week. We painted pumpkins with lots and lots of friends in the park. That was really fun. You want to talk about the earth paint, because what is so special about it? Actually, it comes in
a powder.
A powder like this. Look. It comes like this. This company is not zero waste, it's low waste. It comes like the paints come not generally in this big of a bag, but in general, like it has no chemicals, it's all natural, and
You just mix it with water.
yeah, you mix it with water and like this. The best part is like, because paint, they dry out eventually. So this is a really great company. We've been using them for over 10 years. Really like them. Another one is EcoDough Play-Doh, because all kids like to do Play-Doh. Now I have actually a video on our old green mop. We should probably move that over.
We have.
How to make your own Play-Doh with essential oils. It's super easy. But if you're not into that, you can buy it. And Eco Play-Doh is a great brand that I used to use. Again, it's not zero waste, but it's chemical free. I would put all of these in the description so you guys don't have to look for them. Stubby pencils is one that we like. It's because Liam loves to draw. And then Filana crayons are all natural, but you can also make your own arts and crafts supply. We do a lot of that. And actually in our book, Practical Guide to Zero Waste for Families, I have a whole section on arts and craft with my recipes from anything from make your own crayons for upcycled from old crayons, which is a really fun one.
Yeah, super fun.
This is actually a really good one. When you go to a restaurant, James, how do you avoid plastic? Because
Yeah, you have to anticipate, right? And say when you order, make sure that if you don't want water, you let them know. If they do bring water, they always seem to default to bringing kids the water in plastic cups. So we always ask, can you please bring them in normal cups and no straws? Ugh, those always come automatically. So we try to catch that right away when we come. Or if they do bring them, I just don't touch them and say, hey, could you please, we're not going to use those today. Do you mind just taking them back? And that way they won't throw them away.
we have a bag, we call it our activity bag, and we have it in the car. And we bring that with us so we can say no thank you to those crayons that they will give you, and they will throw those away. As soon as you leave, they will throw those away. So they will not reuse them. So just refuse and bring your own. Be prepared. So anyway, if you have any more tips, we would love to hear them, right, Liam? What's your favorite tip for going zero waste?
Patience.
Patience. I love that. That's my kid.
Very wise.
Yes, you have to have patience. You have to be patient with yourself and with other people and family members. Anyway, we would love to hear from you what your favorite tip is, or what tips you have up your sleeve. And know in our book, we have not only about arts and crafts, but also how to reduce waste with kids as babies, older, all different stages. And Bella even wrote about what it's like to be a zero waste teenager and what her suggestions are for reducing waste as a teenager. Anyway, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Come on, give us a thumbs up, Liam. And come back, subscribe, and leave a comment, because we like to hear the comments, right? But be nice. Bye.